Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We want to thank you for joining us on this hour of conversations with elected officials, including none other, our favorite mayor in Pasadena, Mayor Jeff Wagner. Thank you so much for joining us.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Well, and thank you as always to you and your team who always take the calls of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I know that we've made many calls over there just asking for a variety of assistance and information, and your team is always ready to provide it. So thanks for all of that.
Yes, we believe in partnerships, and a partner with y'all are very important to us.
Well, thank you, Mayor. So a lot of things going on, of course, in Pasadena. Would you please talk to us about the grants that Pasadena provided?
We came up with a plan. We, the state, county, everybody's throwing in money to help people. But we came up with a plan. I sat down with our economic development board, and I said, look, let's do something that we can do immediately, that we can do where we can actually hand the money out right now. So we came up with a plan for small businesses to apply for a $1,000 grant from us. And we had it where we put $250,000 aside, and we said $1,000, that's 250 people. Businesses, small businesses, if you will. So we did that. People responded, and we gave the first phase of 150 small businesses out. We're going to do the next one next week of helping our small businesses. We had this local campaign here in Pasadena called "We Love Local." Well, we do love local, but it's our job to make sure we help our local businesses out. And I can actually say this in Pasadena, and I'm so blessed. Our citizens got that. When we say we love local, they love local. They have shopped local and helped our small businesses and also the big businesses here in Pasadena. We're so fortunate. Right now, we're 2% above last year's tax rate. 2% above, not below. That's because our citizens believe in our local businesses, and it means the world to this whole city.
Yes. Well, and for those small businesses, a big game changer. We know that so many across the country and in our region applied for the federal loans through PPP, and some of them unfortunately did not have lawyers or accountants or others to help them get through that bureaucracy, which for some was enough to scare them off. And so thank you for doing that and stepping up and affording those individuals with an easy application and process to get them some cash in their pockets. And of course, I know you and so many other of our elected officials continue to work with those in Congress to make sure that this next stimulus package occurs and it trickles down to those who need it most.
Absolutely. And that's the whole concept of my way of thinking and my administration way of thinking. Keep it simple, easy, where if you apply, you get it. And it has worked out here in Pasadena.
Yes, and let's talk about, the last, some historic news you've got there. You've got some great information for us regarding a historic, never seen over the last 35 years. What is that announcement?
Again, amazingly, we lowered our taxes. Our tax rate right now, lower than it ever has been, like you said, in over 35 years. And we just knew this is the time to lower taxes. I mean, everybody wants to lower taxes, but you really can't if you want to run a city or any government agency. But we're in a position, and we have been so conservative over my administration the last 3 years, that we have enough money in our general fund to lower the taxes. And we did, and we're so happy we did. And again, it's our way of showing the people we do care for you.
And when they need that relief most, interesting, Mayor, is that, yes, you've lowered taxes, but you're providing more services. And I have to imagine that some of this is due to the great work in the area of technology, the mobile app, moving a lot of things online. Talk to us about that.
It's really amazing. Of course, I was on council 2 years before I became mayor. I didn't realize that we were in the dinosaur ages, if you will, with that. So it took us 3 years to get to where we're at. Mobile app where people can just simple things. Other cities are doing it. Why we haven't? Didn't make any sense to me. But now once we get this up and going, and it's going to be up and going, people can report potholes or complaints, or we give information out right on the easy. Just look at your phone and there it is. And we're very excited about that.
Well, that's a great way to make sure that you're providing great customer service to a community that has grown, and the demographics in Pasadena are very different from what they were 10, 20 years ago. And so diversity, inclusion are all conversations that corporate America is having, but I would imagine in Pasadena,
Yes.
again, if you look at the history of what it was and what it looks like today, has to be a challenge for elected officials such as yourself, and an opportunity as well.
Challenge, no. Opportunity, yes. I love our city. I love how it's broke up. I love every community we have. And diversity, yes, but I look at it as just one. Whatever one person needs, we work on a solution to make sure we help any complaint we have. So our community is great, and the spirit of Pasadena is great. And again, it shows that we shop local. We do everything we can. I put out messages and people are responding to it. It makes this administration feel so good that we have a partnership with all citizens of Pasadena.
Yes, and that they feel welcome, and it's definitely, they look at your staff, and it's one thing to talk about diversity and inclusion. It's another to actually take action, and so we commend you and your team for taking action that, again, long overdue across our country, because at the end of the day, we're all better if we use all of those resources. Speaking of resources, a lot of people don't know much about your fire department and some of the things going on in that arena. Talk to us about that.
Well, first of all, if I may, our fire department, we have a volunteer fire department. Now, remember, we're the second largest city here in Harris County.
Yes.
But our volunteer fire department, besides saving us money on budget, if you will, they're so, that's, when I talk about the spirit of Pasadena, that's the true spirit of Pasadena.
Yes.
These men and women are just not giving their time. They're giving up everything else you can think of. Walking into a fire and fighting it is unbelievable. And what's amazing, when I took over as mayor, I didn't realize our training facility that we had for our firefighters, remember, volunteers donating their time and also risking their life. We had a barn with a fan in it. And I'm not joking. It was a barn with a fan. I was amazed. I never knew that. No one knew that. Well, they knew it. So we just had a grand opening of a brand new state-of-the-art fire academy. It's an amazing building. But right across the street from it, we also built a brand new police academy. Our police academy was just a 10 building. For instance, real quick, say that we have 15 officers being trained to be cadets, being fixed to be a police officer. They have to work out and do all physical activity and stuff. There's only 3 showers in this 10 building for these people trying to train. So they had to share showers and stuff, which ate up time. We took them away from their classwork. Now we have a state-of-the-art police academy, and other cities are wanting to use our police academy for just the same reason, and we're open for that. But very, very proud of our new police and fire academy.
Absolutely. And to those volunteers who are doing the incredible heavy lifting for the city of Pasadena, we want to say thank you to them and their families, especially under COVID. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about Pasadena. What are you hearing from the governor, from the White House, and how it's going to impact vaccinations, and where do you take on that role of the distribution and communicating with your constituents?
Again, all this is in the stages of that no one knows what's going on, but we are in conversation from federal government down through the state. Whatever we can do to make sure these vaccines can get out the proper way. I always say the fast track, we're going to do it here in Pasadena. We're looking at every angle that we can grab a hold of and make it straight. We're going to make sure our people out here get the opportunity as fast as they can. That's a pledge that I'll make.
Well, we thank you for that pledge and for so many of the great things that you and your team have done with our Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So much participation, ongoing engagement, even if it's been virtual. We want to thank you for your leadership and your great team over in the city of Pasadena.
Thank you so much. And again, our partnership means more than what you can imagine. Thank you.
We appreciate it. And we'll see you very soon, I hope.